Yeah, I know, a big old plop like that, and they're not even bothered. I've enjoyed filming the underwater world for a while now, with my escapades taking me as far as diving with sharks. I really wanted to get to the bottom of something I've done my whole life: feeder fishing. It's a great way to catch a lot of different species, but what actually happens when you throw that feeder in the river? Well, in this episode, we're going to find out. A couple of weeks ago I happened to chance upon a lot of dace, catching some of the biggest bags of dace in my life, and after fishing this spot I realised it was almost snag free, making it a perfect opportunity to throw a camera in this river and see what actually happens at the bottom. My first cast almost losing my GoPro, but a couple more casts revealed a sandy, snag free bottom, which allowed me to progress the idea on to sending this camera down the river on a float rig. This worked a treat and revealed a lot of fish, so it was time to take it to the next step. Using this camera as part of a feeder rig, so we can actually see what happens to your rig in a river. I arrived the day after a storm had hit the UK, which left a noticeable amount of rubbish on the riverbank, and also added a tinge of colour to the river, reducing the visibility. Not deterred, I set about setting up the rig and got fishing. We've put the camera on the running ring, stop bead on there, £1.7 hook length, just so if we get a snag it'll bust easily and I don't lose my camera. We're having to use a £15 main line just because I don't want to lose this camera. It's really risky doing this and I really don't want to lose my camera. So yeah, £15 main line. We're having to use the heavy barbel rod, just got a little size 18 maggot hook on there, and we're just going to be using a couple of maggots, sending it out there and seeing what happens. Like I say, we've had a couple of bites off the bat and we've caught a couple of fish, so hopefully we might see what's happening underwater. I received bites instantly and quickly realised the fish weren't spooked by the camera at all, but would actually come and investigate, swimming right up to the camera. Yeah, I know, a big old plop like that, and they're not even bothered. Look at that. I just can't believe it. Bite straight. Look at that. I need to rod off rest.
You got it.
I got it as well. Oh, I missed it.
Takes a bit in at day something.
Well, I feel like just because we're fishing so heavy like this, that'll have something to do with it, won't it? Yeah. I fed small balls of ground bait every cast to simulate the feeder would leave on the bottom. The first thing I noticed was how the ground bait stayed in place on the bottom of the river, regardless of the flow. And the fish not fazed by the splash of the camera would happily graze over the area. I received bites instantly on every cast, with most bites being that savage they dislodged the camera. Bite straight away. Can you believe it? The fish turned up to the camera every time, knowing the sound of the splash meant food to them. The only problem was that the previous day's storm had reduced the visibility that much that you could only just see the fish take the bait, making it not the best conditions for the rig. Just 2 days before, the visibility was about twice as far, and with another storm set to hit the UK that same night, putting about a foot of water in this river, it was going to be a couple of weeks before the river returned to normal and we could come back and film it properly. But we still managed to learn a lot from this experiment. We have seen how the fish react to the feeder rig and how they aren't fussed by a splash, but actually investigate what has just arrived in their world. I've enjoyed making this video and I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching it. I'd really like it if you could go down below and hit that subscribe button and also leave a like, and I'll bring you guys the next installment as soon as it's possible. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.